Hey, guess what?
What?
I got money in the bank. What you think? What you thought? I'm loving all this energy. I'm clearing bitches out. I ain't stressing, manifesting.
What ain't serving me will go.
I'm rocking with my higher self. I'll never be alone. I got money in the bank.
Would
Oh
you-
my god, I thought those were alive.
What?
Those. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
oh my god, you got 3 snails right next to you, bitch.
I got shells.
You got shells.
I can't stop.
You literally can't. Those
I
are
can't
like,
stop.
how many do you. So, we're jumping ahead. Well, let's maybe say hi first. Now maybe like, let's talk about it already.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Wandering Artist Podcast. I'm Casey,
I'm Steffi.
and this is week 6 that we're doing of the Artist's Way.
Mm-hmm.
This week is recovering a sense of abundance.
Yeah. So it's all about money.
Yeah.
And abundance, which is not just money. But we're here in beautiful Brisbane.
Mhm.
I had a crash out before this, so now we're at the beach. And the tide is coming in. So there is a very slim chance that our feet start getting wet at some point.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
It's
I'll
like
move your shoes if that starts happening.
it's like the passage of time, like the one
Yeah.
in Bangkok, how it just slowly turned into nighttime.
Yeah.
This time we'll just get slowly consumed by the water.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. Anyway, welcome back. If you're familiar with the show, you know what's going on. We're talking about the Artist's Way, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like this week was pretty low key for us in terms of like what the tasks were.
I feel like the tasks were deceivingly, they were easy and also somehow difficult. We'll get into the tasks later. I have my own thoughts on them that I would be curious to hear your opinion on, because I have like leave no trace mindset, and so it was very challenging. I didn't actually do some of them. I like took pictures of them and I looked at them, but I was like, anyways, the theme was recovering a sense of abundance. And I guess the first thing, like when you think of abundance, what do you think of?
Money, money, money. Must be funny.
In a rich man's world. But oh, there's fishermen behind us. Say hi, fishermen.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Everybody say fishermen.
Fishing for abundance.
I
don't know.
Okay, no, that works. She ate. I'm gonna put my feet there. But like we all think of money, and this is something that you and I have been working on since we started dating, of our money abundance. What is that book that you read forever ago?
Yeah, I was gonna mention the book.
Yeah.
It's called It's Not Your Money by Tosha Silver.
Good memory. Good job, baby.
Thank you. No, I knew that I was going to bring up this book because that was also like what helped me so much with like my perspective on money and feeling abundant, stepping out of a scarcity mindset, and yeah, it's part of like, you know, the whole trusting the universe thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had definitely like healed a lot of my relationship with money even prior to coming into this week.
Yeah.
So a lot of what she talked about in this chapter, I was like, yeah, I'm there. I'm like, with it.
We've been doing that.
And I mean, we all have our moments. I have my moments, of course, where I like have to remind myself to step out of the scarcity mindset. It's a lot easier to be in a scarcity mindset than to be in an abundant mindset, and it's really scary to have that level of trust. I feel like that's really challenging for most people.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
So it's not easy, and
no, especially with what we're doing, where we sold everything we own and then left the U.S. to travel around the world for basically a year. We'll be back at home base in a year. After a year, I should say. And that's pretty crazy. And that's a lot of trust and a lot of like, you will have that scarcity mindset at times, and you have to. You do not have a choice but to move through that and like be so sure of yourself and be so confident and like, I'm doing this for this reason and that's important, and I have money that will always come back to me. The mantra I've been saying for like 3 weeks now is, the money I spend comes back to me 10 times over. Is that how you phrase that? Whatever.
Or tenfold, yeah.
Yeah, tenfold. God, the moon looks pretty.
Oh wow, yeah.
Stunning.
It's full tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That makes sense. It's not quite full now.
So we should come back out here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
anyway.
like that book, I remember you reading that and I was like, I gotta get my hands on that. But then you ended up kind of teaching me more about it, and I love the message of like, it's almost like it ties into last week's ideas about the universe. Like it does say, like, I think last week we even said this, where like the universe has no budget. The universe is inherently abundant and no part of it will ever not be abundant. Like the universe, God, source, anything like that, like there is no limit, and if you put a limit on it, that's you putting a limit on yourself. Like it's self-limiting beliefs that you need to work through and move past. And something that she mentioned a lot that I don't understand, but I bet a lot of people who believe in a God understand, is like, do you believe that your God is there to help you? Do you believe that your God will give you those things, or do you believe that you need to work for it always? Yeah. You grew up in a Catholic, Christian, both Catholic household. I mean, they're not very religious, but you went to a Catholic school. Was that something that was instilled in you guys?
The like having to work really hard part?
Yeah, like did the God that you guys prayed to and like believed in, was that a giving God, or was that a God you had to work for?
I don't know if my experience with religion growing up is like the best example. Like
people, it ain't the rapture shit.
No, it's not. We're not even getting into that, but
we're not gonna get into that. But now like, you know when we're recording this.
It was weird because like I grew up with Catholicism, but also like my mom is atheist and my dad was kind of like meh, and he also like turned to Buddhism after being in Thailand for several years, and so it was like they wanted a religion to give us some sort of structure.
That's hilarious.
And so I, even as a kid, went into it being like, okay, it's okay for me to be like skeptical about this. And like, by the time I was like 8 years old, I was like, okay, I'm not really believing in a God that is the way that they're telling me.
To hell.
Yeah, the way that they're telling me to believe in a God and what God stands for within Catholicism. I knew that wasn't quite it for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you didn't have that experience directly.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have, and something that she mentions in this week that I feel like she was kind of just saying on repeat was like, abundance is everywhere. In many ways. She said this in a bunch of different ways, but abundance is everywhere. Abundance is limitless. Everyone has the ability to receive it, and because you're receiving it does not mean that someone else won't.
Yeah, there's enough for everybody.
Yes.
You accepting something is not taking from someone else.
Yes, literally, which I have a great example of. One thing they're supposed to do this week is to accept freebies. Guess who did not do that? And then did.
I'll tell the quick story with that. We were on a walk, and we're in like a suburby area where we are. And since we're here for a few weeks, we were talking about what we want to do for exercise, and like we looked into maybe doing like a little gym membership or something. And like you've been really into like cycling and stuff, so I was like, we could get a little gym membership and then do like our cycling, get our yayas out.
Yeah, get my yayas out.
But like we didn't want to spend as much as like they were asking us for like the 2 weeks membership that we would have, and it was kind of far away from where we are because we don't have a car either, so it was like, okay,
it would have been like a 30-minute walk,
which isn't too bad, but anyway,
it's not bad, but like
it just didn't really make sense.
That gets my yayas out anyways. That's an hour walk total.
It didn't make sense. It didn't feel right. But anyway, we were on this walk, and someone had left out like a weight bench and a stationary bike. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so nice. And I was like touching it and I was like, this is great. Like we could just like take this back to the house. Like this is awesome.
And then I was like, we didn't, because I didn't realize that at this time of year in Brisbane, especially in this neighborhood, it is like, what did she call it?
I don't know, but people are basically doing their spring cleaning. They're leaving stuff out on the curb.
And leaving stuff out on the curb because the city does like a massive pickup, but they leave it out on the curb super early so like scavengers, people like us, can go like gather stuff. But I wasn't sure about that. I was like, I don't know. I feel kind of weird about taking someone's thing. Like this might take away from someone else.
Mm-hmm.
This might be belonging to someone else. When the universe was literally placing this thing right in front of us, be like, take the freebie, bitch. And I did not.
Also, I mean, I feel like in some ways I'm a little bit more ballsy than you. Yeah. Because like I could have like I would have been fine taking it, and if someone came out and was like, "Hey, like that's still mine," I'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, you left it out on the curb. I thought it was for anybody. So here's your bike back. Yeah, sorry."
We have very different versions of that. Like I'm not afraid to say no if someone's like trying to sell me something, and I'm like, like I don't care. But you're willing to just like, it's free. Yeah. But that obviously that there's more to that. There's more to that story that we will not get to. But
yeah, that was the freebie that we did not end up accepting. Yeah. We did not accept the freebie. Because I didn't want you to be uncomfortable. Like if you were like, I don't know about this, then I wasn't going to take the bike. You know?
No, I know, and you're good about respecting. But I'm like, let's just see what happens in the morning, and then it was not there in the morning. Yeah, and I still feel pretty bad about it.
It's okay.
I know it is, but like it would have been the perfect solution, and it was right there. And like that's actually a great segue into something that she talked about within this section as well about abundance. Is so many people just like me will be like invited to a photo shoot, invited to be like play a gig, and they'll be like, no, sorry, I'm busy, or no, for whatever reason they say no, and then they ask, why am I not doing this thing that I want to do, or why have I not been doing this thing? And they've been invited, they're just saying no to these opportunities. And like I'm someone who's just like, I've been doing that for so dang long. I can't even remember when it started. What'd you say?
I think I was just laughing.
Yeah, like even just my queerness, even the bear, like that's like such a core part of my being, and even that took me how many years to like actually accept fully? 26 years. Mm-hmm. I'm 28.
Yeah, that's okay though.
It is okay.
You're here now.
It's just funny. It's funny, and it's like looking back, I'm like, damn, some missed opportunities right there. And all I can do from that, instead of being like, oh, darn it, I didn't take that opportunity and now I'm going to hate on it, all I can do is learn from it and be like, okay, lesson learned for the 800th time. When the universe gives me a gift, receive it.
When you see a nice stationary bike outside on the curb, take it.
Take it. Take it. Unless there's like a sticker on it saying, do not touch. And then maybe don't touch it. Right. But that wasn't the situation. Yeah. But that was a very funny lesson in freebies.
Mm-hmm. We did get another freebie, though.
Yes. Yeah. Something we've been manifesting for a very long time.
I was thinking about the dumplings.
You're thinking about the dumplings? Okay. Well, I
was going to build up to it.
Okay.
The one that we skipped, the freebie that we did not accept, the freebie that we did accept, that was food at a market.
Yeah. I was looking for steamed buns, bao buns, baozi, if you really know what's up. And I went there, and she's like, "We're all sold out, but we have these shumai that we need to get rid of." And so she just gave me 6 shumai dumplings.
They were good.
They were great, and I did not question it.
And they tasted even better because they were a freebie.
They were. I think they tasted the same because they were free. They were perfectly delicious dumplings. The arepa was so fucking good.
That was fire.
That was like fire. The dumplings were a very nice like side.
Yeah.
But
I didn't expect to have really good Venezuelan food while in Australia, but here we are.
Arepas are always good. It looked like the guy who owned the place was Venezuelan, so that was great. I love Venezuela.
Yeah.
It's great.
Have you been there?
No, but I've been near there.
Okay.
I like their food a lot, and I've been told I look Venezuelan many times, so I kind of have to love it.
It's so weird.
I don't
You
know,
don't look
babe.
Venezuelan.
I don't look Venezuelan.
Not to me, but
I don't anymore. I used to have very long black hair, and I was much tanner, more tan, and much more muscular, and I was the same height, which is, take a guess, 5'4", or 5'3¾". My driver's license says 5'4" though, and no one's gonna get me for that. But yeah,
but yeah. Anyway, that was one of the freebies that we did accept.
yeah. Many feel hard work is a virtue, and creating art is playing around. I totally felt that my whole life, basically, until now, and even now, I have room to work on it. Yeah, like art. I've always seen art as like that is a very valid like profession. That is something that people can do and be successful at. And I've always felt when I do it, it's like playing because I was told it was a hobby. I wasn't told that I could do it for like a job.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm having a very interesting and fun discovery that your job isn't your life. I can like have a life outside of a job, and I don't have to like do the American dream thing of working until I die because that's how you survive. I don't have to buy into that. Loopy Carl was right.
Yep.
Yeah. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, my experience is definitely different because, like, I think the last job that I truly worked hard. Well, I work hard at every job. That's not true. Of
course you do.
But the last job that burnt me out, after that, I was like, okay, I just don't want to do this to myself anymore. And so I know that like I haven't been working since traveling, but like even prior to that, when I was working at the ceramics studio, I didn't really feel like I was working in the way that you would like imagine. Like, okay, you're
like
working.
A desk job or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my relationship with work, I feel like, is a little different.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, you've been very consciously trying to change your perspective on work for longer than I have. Like I've been jobless for officially a month or 2 months. A month? A month. And it's been great. Oh my God. Like, damn, I should have done this years ago. I have literally, I know I said this in the first episode, I have not stopped until now working since I was 14. I was either in school with a job or in school with 2 jobs or working 2 or 3 jobs. Once I was working 1 job, but then we started traveling and selling everything we owned. So that was 2 jobs. But like you've been working on that for a lot longer, and I'm just now getting there, and it's great.
Yeah, and now that like I've been not working for this long, like I know that I wouldn't be able to put myself in that position again. And
you have too much self-respect now.
Yeah, but it's also part of like healing my relationship with money and abundance is like working on that, telling myself that I don't have to do that. I don't have to like, work myself to death to feel safety and security with money. Which sounds fucking insane.
No, it doesn't.
I think to a lot of people though, that is like a really insane thing to like wrap your head around.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it might sound insane, but at the same time, like, that's the goal.
That is the goal.
That is the goal.
And that's part of the lesson too, is like if you live what your goal is, then it actually becomes a thing. I feel like I'm not saying that clearly.
Are you trying to say what we really want to do is what we're meant to do?
Yeah.
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 That's almost a quote.
And also like the quote from last week about like people get it backwards, like they do this other thing so that they can get what they want, but
you have to do what you want to get
where you want to be.
Yeah, like you have to listen to yourself, trust yourself, and like with true, this is gonna come back later, with true loving intentions and like with genuine desire and curiosity, you need to do this thing for you because you want to do it, and then everything else will come naturally. Like, if you put the right intentions and goals and whatever out, like, you're bound to get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but like trusting and believing in that, like, really is not easy.
No.
Unlike what happened yesterday, which we'll get into. I wrote about it in my journal because it was like it made all of the points during travels where I felt so uncertain and I felt so insecure. It almost made it worth it in a way.
Yeah.
To like come out on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Without context, I don't know if that's gonna make sense.
Let's get back to it in just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next section is about luxury, which I was gonna try and tie in somehow, but honestly, I can't find it, and Mama don't got time for that. Luxury was the next part you talked about. So first, it was about abundance and like renaming and reconfiguring how you see abundance and where it comes from. And then the next thing was luxury, which when you think of luxury, like, this isn't the luxury of like you have your $1 million that's like not even anything anymore. Your $10 million mansion, your like $3 million car, you got X, Y, and Z for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. No. Not that kind of luxury. Luxury of being able to sit on the rocks by the ocean with your loving, wonderful fiance. Luxury like getting yourself passion fruit or watermelon at the store or pineapple at the store because you saw it and it makes you happy. You know?
I did buy pineapple this week and it did make me happy.
Yeah. And like for me recently, like my luxury that I've been doing for myself is painting my nails. The water is coming. It's coming.
It's gonna touch our toes at some point. I'm excited.
Yeah, but when it touches our toes, when it touches my toes, it's gonna be touching your shoes. Whatever.
Fine.
Anyways, I don't even remember what. Oh, I was saying nail polish. I have been painting my nails. I've learned more about nail polish, and I will be getting healthier nail polish because now I know there is a difference. And that's a luxury in itself, to buy a little bit more expensive nail polish that doesn't have as many toxins, or any toxins in them if I find the right brand. But within that, like, art requires us to empower ourselves with choice. And choices that we can make are choices of, I want to be uncomfortable, this is neutral, or luxury. And like, luxury doesn't have to be big. It really doesn't have to be big. And I just want to stress that like so intensely, that luxury does not mean expensive cars. It means you're taking a bubble bath tonight.
Honestly, like for me, luxury is basically synonymous with self-care. Like self-care to me is like the most luxurious thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's that's the luxury of time. A lot of luxury comes down to time and money, abundance. And that's why this is in the same week.
Yeah.
But like, that's such a big connection point that I feel like, although I knew that, it's sometimes it's easy to forget, you know? But something she mentioned and talked about is wet blanket messaging, which is like, you got, I don't know, you got some new shoes, like really cute boots, and you love these boots, and you got them as a gift to yourself, and then someone's like, you know, those boots are really just like such, you could have bought this with that, you could have put that towards this, you could have put that money towards school, you could have got a pie instead of your boots, like, you know, some stupid shit. And they're like basically just telling you what you just did for yourself isn't good enough because it's not necessarily what I would have done. And it can also just be like a discouragement to you. And we can do it to ourselves sometimes, but just be aware when someone's putting a wet blanket on the thing that you're excited about. And that can also include art. Yeah. When you're doing art, like, this is something that actually, funny enough, going back to week 1, Dochi mentioned this, how like, she didn't call it a wet blanket thing, but they were saying they recorded a song that one person, I think their boyfriend, listened to.
Or friend, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think it was her boyfriend or something. And they like laughed, or they said this was bad. And so it was never released, never looked at again. Embarrassment came from that, like, it's happened so often within our art. Like, has that happened with you in your art or something else? Do you have words for it, I guess?
I mean, I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I
Yeah.
know that has happened.
Yeah, and it can even be like when you had your official date to get top surgery. Everyone gave you a wet blanket. No, like literally every one of your friends at the time was like, "That's great. That's great. That's awesome. Cool." And like, that's fucking top surgery. And you moved that up by like 2 years because of how frequently you were calling. And not only did you move up the consultation by like 2 years, you moved up the surgery by like 2 years. So that would have been 4 years of waiting, and you got that done in 6 months. Call your surgeons. Call your hospitals and surgeons. Harass them.
Call the clinics.
Call the clinics. Don't actually harass them. Just call them a lot.
Yeah.
It's worth it. They can't be mad. They can't be mad. It happens. People cancel. And I remember that you felt that I was the only person that was like appropriately excited for you. I baked you a cake. I took you out. Like, that's such an exciting moment and so meaningful to you. And it's just like, that was a true wet blanket moment. That I was like, damn, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's not.
Yeah.
If your friend's getting top surgery, go make them a boob cake. It works both ways.
Yeah, they made me a bye boobs cake. It was so funny.
It was so. You know what? Should I insert a photo?
Insert a photo.
Insert photo here. That shit. Oh my god. She was not cute, but you liked it.
I loved it because it wasn't cute, you know?
It was ugly.
It was camp as fuck.
It was very campy.
Yeah.
It was very campy. Oh my god. Thank you. You're right. Let me put a wet blanket on myself. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the questions that she asks is, what gives us true joy? Whatever that answer is, that is our luxury. Like, for me, I've been finding a ridiculous amount of joy in passion fruit. So every time I see passion fruit, guess what I order? Passion fruit, baby.
Fruit. It is good.
It's great. I used to hate it, but now I love it.
I was sleeping on passion fruit.
I think all of us, you and I were.
Yeah.
But what is like a luxury that you think of besides self-care? Even within self-care, like what within that feels like a luxury to you? What brings you joy?
The example I can give you off the top of my head is the fact that I have limited space in my backpack as we're traveling, but I made space for my hair towel so that when I get out of the shower and I've washed my hair, I can put my hair up in a hair towel. That is definitely a little luxury for me. I also just don't like the feeling of like wet hair on my body when I'm trying to like dry my body, you know? So
yeah, I really get that.
And like using like a regular towel is so annoying because it just falls off easily. So.
And your hair is very delicate, so you need to have a special towel.
Yeah. So yeah, I have my special hair towel. But I'd say another luxury is probably just having like having time to spend in nature. Like you were saying earlier, like being able to sit out here by the water feels like a luxury. And like allowing ourselves time to just like be in it feels really good. Yeah,
like to know that we're worth it. And like to give ourselves that, just to give it to ourselves. Like we're worth that time. We're worth the $5 for strawberries. It's worth it. It's gonna bring you so much joy, and you're worth more than $5, babes. You're worth more than $5, baby girl.
Yeah. I feel like the important part is just like finding ways to insert that into your life.
Make it like a daily practice or even like a weekly practice. Ideally daily, of course.
The overall message is just like, as much as you can, finding ways that you can like bring that sense of like peace and joy into your days.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of, I could not tell you what podcast I listened to or even when I listened to this. But it was one of those like psychology mindfulness podcasts, and they were talking about the sciencey parts of like if you're able to insert awe into your day, like a sense of awe.
Yeah.
Like, because awe to me is just that like pure like amazement feeling.
Yeah.
That like fills you up.
Yeah.
And
wow, that's a good one.
I felt that yesterday when we were in the park seeing all of the fruit bats.
Yes.
I was just in it. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen fruit bats like that
Not
before.
in the day.
During the day, there was
flying around.
Yeah, there was a tree that was just full of them, and they just kept flying over us. And because of the sun, you could like see their wings and like the structure of it, and it was just
beautiful.
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
I've always liked bats. I've always thought they were cute, but now I'm like, I fucking love bats.
Freaking love bats.
Freaking bats.
Freaking bats. Yeah. No, it was like, and I'm gonna bring this back to art because that's like half of the point, but it's also like inner artist, inner child. All of that is coming back to this. Like, it is a very deceivingly. It's not deceiving. It was deceiving to me how much of like self-help this was, and not because I'm like finding my inner artist. Like, I've figured out this week, this was the first week where I was like, oh, that's the thing that I keep, like, whenever I write down, I don't know what my art thing is, I don't know what the thing I'm like missing is, and I just kept ignoring this voice in my head that kept saying, dance, dance, dance. And it's not like I want to like go make it big as a dancer. Like, that's not at all the feeling I'm having. It's more so like that was the first, only, and one time that I did something by myself, for myself, without anyone else's input at all. Like, I've done pole dancing, I've done other things like that with someone else's input or with somebody, or, you know, I did silks for a while without anything, but it wasn't even like, I liked it, but it wasn't like, this feels so good. What I did a few years ago is I took ballet, and it was like beginner ballet. It was so simple, but it was consistent, and it was like everything I wanted and needed, and I was so excited and happy to go do it, and I'm craving and missing that, which tells me everything I need to know. And like, that would be my luxury. That was my luxury. That would be my luxury if we were back in Portland. Or back wherever we're going to end up. Well, we know we're going to end up now, but we're not there yet. But the only other thing that I feel like is important it was a pretty like short chapter, to be honest with you. And like, we took away a lot from it, but we already had been building on this, so it wasn't like it was a crazy difference. The only thing that I think that's important to mention is like being aware of when you're basically setting yourself up to not enjoy, not be in awe, not have luxury by saying, no, that's silly. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's silly. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. And it's like $5. It's $20, and it's gonna bring you a lot of joy. And it's like an appropriate and responsible purchase. Yeah, like, that's worth it. And I also understand that there is the like asterisk of, if you're an alcoholic, shopaholic person who's addicted to some kind of drug, like, there's obviously asterisks to this. I'm thinking like bubble baths, strawberries, going for a walk, getting a coffee, as long as it's not like too addicting. I haven't had coffee in forever.
Just tea.
Just tea. Caffeine, yes. Coffee, no. But like, I just wanted to like make that so clear that it's your decision to give yourself that luxury. It's your decision to give that to yourself. To respect yourself and not count yourself out or say something silly so you don't do it. And don't let someone else's voice tell you that it's silly either. Period. I'm really just like driving today.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fast episode. I can feel it.
That's
Also,
okay.
The current, like the ocean being there, I'm like,
She's coming.
I got my energy. Like, the ocean is working with me. We're working together right now.
Yeah.
We keep meditating in this area every morning and evening, or most mornings and evenings. Not every day do we do both. But I've like this specific spot, not this exact spot, but like in this area, I have like connected so much to meditation, and I've been having like, this is going to sound weird to everybody, but people who have seen Full Metal Alchemist, it's like seeing like the universe and chatting with the universe, but it's like myself, but it's not me. It's like it's like a physical like silhouette of me, but it's energy, and we just like chatting and hanging out and like giving each other hugs. And I know that it's like, yes, it's the universe and it's my mind's eye putting up something so I can like envision it, but it's actually like a version of myself
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we are all the universe is us. All is one is all, yada, yada, yada. We know this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I've been feeling connected to it.
A couple of days ago, we were sitting out here meditating, and I didn't know that you were doing a manifestation type meditation, and mine kind of turned into that. My practice with meditation is kind of just like following wherever it feels like it needs to go. Sometimes it's like loving kindness, sometimes it's manifestation, sometimes it's just like uh, breathing. But this particular time, I was thinking about like, I was just envisioning what it would feel like to be home, and I thought about like, or just a sense of home. I didn't know where it would be, but I was just thought about like us being together and being with our cats and me cooking us dinner and us having dinner together. Um, and I did have like a place in mind, but I wasn't, I wasn't attached to it. Um, and we ended up talking about it later and realized that we were talking or we were actually feeling the same thing during meditation. Um, and then was it like a day or two after that
It was 2 days later.
Yeah, 2 days after that meditation, your mom texted you saying that the house was available, and it was the house that we had both been thinking about.
Yeah. My
And
grandfather's home. Yeah.
yeah,
And like, he's passed a long time ago, but this is a house that we've been talking about and manifesting for so long. And like, sometimes you can be manifesting something and talking about something else and not realize it's the same thing. But we were like, we want this many bedrooms, this many baths, we want these kinds of rooms, we want this, we want that, we want this kind of yard. And that's literally my grandfather's home. And like, for 2 decades, there's been a lot of turmoil with this house. And now, like, as of yesterday, we get to move there and we get to like have a proper house that we can build a home in, and that we can like pay homage and respect to my grandfather, who's literally buried in the backyard. His ashes are buried in the backyard. Don't come for me. And we can like really make this place that's like fallen apart beautiful again.
Yeah, I've always wanted to like have like a project of like taking care of a house, renovating a house.
Yeah.
And like,
and we have our work cut out for us, let me tell you that.
Well, yeah, we'll see. But we want to make it beautiful.
Yeah.
And so
we really do. And we have so much like, there's so much love and like, as I was saying earlier, positive, good intention and love for this. And I think that's why it came like so much sooner than I expected. I was expecting it to take like months, years, another decade potentially. But like, here it is in the moments where we are like really letting go and really being like, okay, universe, okay, self, just relax and flow. The minute we started really tapping into that is the minute that home became ours.
And so, like I was saying earlier, I mean, yesterday we were like so jazzed and full of energy, and like we have like this insane amount of gratitude.
Yeah.
And
we were like freaking out yesterday, like coffee enema level.
Yeah, we were like dancing around. We danced to music. So I guess it does feel a little weird that today we had like this kind of like crash out, which I think it makes sense though. I think that it was like so much.
It was such a high that anything else feels like depression.
Like, not trying to sound dramatic, but it's one of those like life-changing moments.
No, it literally is life-changing. We literally, I can't, hold up. I can, and I'm going to say it, and then you can say it. We literally, for months, have had no fucking idea what we're going to do. And that's like something both of us are pretty uncomfortable with. And the minute we were like, okay, we don't know what we're going to do, we're going to release, is the minute we got a plan. It is the minute, not the minute, but like the week we had like, oh, here's a clear direction. Here is the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm a bitch who's always had 5 years, like ready, locked, and loaded. And I haven't had that for a month. I feel like it's important to say that like this was not by any means
this was not by any means easy.
Oh, like, fuck no.
I had so many like traveling has been amazing and wonderful, and at the same time what we did deciding to like sell everything and like not having like a true home, not having a place to like know that we can just like go back to is really scary sometimes. And it's I definitely scary. Like I had like I could think back to like a handful of like breakdowns that I had about it because it was so like uncertain. But like we put ourselves into a position of like, okay, we literally have no choice but to trust the process, trust the universe, trust that it's going to work out. And this was like probably one of the biggest moments in my life anyway, that was like, okay, here's a confirmation. Here's something that's going to come back to you for doing all of this. Yeah. I've never really, I can only think of like maybe one or two times, not nearly to the same scale, that this happened to me. Yeah. And so having that happen, it was just like, we were both like in shock.
No, literally, like genuinely and literally in shock. It's going to be one of those episodes again where it's dark. But like,
I love it.
I think part of it, like I'm like emotionally hungover. I'm emotionally in shock. A lot's happening. The waves are getting big. So I hope you can hear us. But like, it was just like amazing. And it's something that for so long we've been like had in our minds. And now it's here. And now we can just like continue our process of letting go and receiving and letting go of our attachments and our plans and like of anything that we're really trying to grasp onto, letting go of that, and then instead just receiving whatever comes our way. I feel like we should maybe move or get into task. No, we're fine, right?
We're fine.
We're fine. But yeah, that was really, really monumental and special, and I love you so much.
Aw, I love you too. So, anyway, that's really big news for us. And yeah,
we have a direction, or at least where we're gonna live. We don't know what else we're gonna do,
but we're not worrying about it.
Nope. I had the aha moment of the more I think about what am I gonna do for a job, how am I gonna make money, the more I'm not gonna get an answer. So I am actively working on not doing that.
You're doing a good job of it.
I am trying so hard. But like it's all of this is stuff that's been ingrained in us, like having our like individualistic society and community-based society, and traveling has completely just like it has made it so we can't be the same people we were, and I think that's the biggest part of it. Wow, that's a lot of water. But let's get into the tasks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have the tasks.
Yes, you do.
I have the tasks.
I got the power.
I feel like we can get through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, the first two tasks I had a tough time with because they were find 5 pretty rocks and take them home.
It just said find 5 pretty or interesting rocks. It didn't say to take them, but it said like you could carry them with you as like reminders
of abundance. And it also said to pick 5 flowers. And like I've been trained at such a young age to leave no trace. So although like I don't care that you're doing it genuinely, I like it's hard for me to do it. Like it's hard for me to be like I'm gonna take this unless it's like those shells in Northern Ireland that were like pristine. I had a tough time, but I did take a bunch of pictures of rocks and like mentally note of flowers and rocks where I'm like those are beautiful. Yeah. What's number 3?
Throw out or give away 5 ratty pieces of clothing. We've been doing that constantly.
Like we can do that, and we've been doing that, and also we live out of a backpack, so like
there's those socks that have holes in them that we're gonna throw out.
That's 4. That'd be 4 because of we had the 2 socks that we left, 1 pair of socks, 2 pair of socks. I have something I can toss, so we kind of already did it, sort of. We're doing it as we go. We don't have a very strong attachment to our we're good about that with our clothing.
The other task was to bake something, which
we tried. We tried, but you know what? too old, expired sunflower oil, I don't recommend using in cooking, especially when it comes to like baked goods, because it will make your stomach turn.
Yeah.
We learned that one the hard way.
Oopsie.
Oopsies. Yeah, but we did try to bake, and I think that the roast chicken sufficed. Also, happy birthday, because it was just your birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, we were trying to do like a carrot cake, and for me it was already like I already felt kind of resigned with baking because we just did like a box, and like I love baking. I love doing the whole process, but I
Yeah.
did not want to buy all of the ingredients for a cake because we're not going to be here for that long, and so it's like, okay, we'll just get the box mix, and then
The universe said, baby, you gotta bake for realsies, and so we got a roast chicken.
that's not baking though.
That's off topic, but like still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's not baking. That was just a joke.
Yeah, and then sending postcards to friends. We didn't write them yet, but we have been sending postcards to people like every place that we go.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
bought the postcards yesterday. We just haven't written them.
Yeah, but like again, these are all things that we kind of already do, which was I think that was the hard part about these tasks. Is like we already look at rocks and think they're pretty and shells. We already look at flowers and think they're pretty and like really like recognize and appreciate them. We
Mhm.
already send postcards. We already like get rid of clothes whenever we need to. So that's just like I think it was just like okay, keep doing what you've been doing, kind of.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
But what's the next one? The favorites list.
Mm-hmm.
The next one was the favorites list, and that was pretty easy because like building up to this week, you've had to do a lot of like identifying what you love and like, and I was able to really easily answer that, and maybe I wasn't able to before, but I feel like I've grown and changed a lot, and now I could be like, oh, I know what my favorite color is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to like think about it much.
Mm-hmm. Are you feeling like it's getting too loud?
I think these microphones are better than we think. Just
Okay.
keep it close to your mouth.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then the other one was rereading the basic principles, doing this once daily. I didn't do it daily, but I do have it on my iPad, like
Yeah.
relatively easily visible.
I read it to myself like 5 out of the 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes into our morning pages and our and all the things. Our check-in. I'm like feeling rushed by the water. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be rushed by the water unless it touches the phone, and then I will freak out.
Yeah.
But this week I did all my morning pages. I have a new journal because I was trying to write in an iPad, and that was extremely challenging for me, and it was like causing agitation. So now I'm writing in a journal, and it's very small, but I write about 36 to 40 lines, so I'm only doing 2 pages, but it's the equivalent of 3 pages from before, and it takes the same amount of time. So
Yeah. I mean, 3 pages is very subjective. Like, depends on the size of your notebook, or if you're like me and you use an iPad and you're using the Notes app or the Freeform app, like, you kind of just have to decide
yeah,
what a page means to you.
yeah,
So I don't think that that's like a bad thing.
yeah,
It's like the point of it is to get the stuff that's in your brain out of your brain.
yeah.
And if you feel like you've achieved that,
Then you're probably good. But I mean, if you have a journal you've been using this whole time, keep doing 3 pages. Like, do whatever feels like 3 pages to you. I just had to modify.
As long, I feel like the important part is as long as you feel like you're pushing yourself a little bit,
Yeah.
and challenging yourself just a little, then you're doing
the
all right.
right thing. Although at this point it could become easier.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, wow, we've been out here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's sunset. It's past sunset. You guys get another It's Turning Dark episode. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go faster. Anyways, the next thing is
we're gonna stress everyone out.
We're gonna stress everyone. No, we're gonna try. I'll stay calm. Sorry. The next thing would be our artist date. You might want to put that away, just in case the ocean gets higher, so it doesn't knock you over.
I don't know if we like specifically determined an artist date this week, did we?
Yeah, we did. Wasn't oh my god, I'm forgetting what it was. We did have an intentional artist date though. We did something.
The thing that personally felt like an artist date for me was when we came down here to the water and I did some rock stacking. That felt so good. I haven't done like rock balancing like that in a while, and it's just an amazing practice that I love so much.
Yeah.
I definitely can get lost in it. So
yeah. I know we did an artist date. I'm gonna be honest in saying the water's getting so high that my brain's like not entirely working. That's gonna be a big wave. I know we did one. I don't entirely remember it, but we kind of like we talked about this last episode as well. Every day kind of feels like an artist date right now because every day we go do something that we want to do, and like often that has something to do with art in some way, shape, or form. So every day hasn't been an artist date, but we do have intentional dates and intentional artistic moments and intentional things that at this point it's hard to decipher and hard to like remember each and every one of them because we do it so often. So
yeah.
Lastly is was there a synchronicity? And oh baby, yes there was. And we did talk about that, but like I cannot stress enough how meaningful this is for my family and for me and for both of us. Like this is such a like we have been I don't even have words for how grateful I am for the situation that we found ourselves in every way, shape, and form. Nothing would have happened the way it did if we hadn't done this, and I am so grateful for it. Yeah. We did put a lot of energy, a lot of time, and there were a lot of tears and a lot of moments where we both crashed out and broke down and we're questioning everything, but like everything feels worth it because of where we are now. And if we had, as we've talked about before, if we had stayed in the US and I was still working and you were still working and everything is still played out in the way, like we still did the artist's way and we still did, well, I guess everything else probably wouldn't have happened. And this, but this event still happened and the house became ours. It would not feel like this. And so I just like, all I can say is thank you to like everyone and everything. And thank you to you for being my wonderful and loving fiance and being the person who I love more than anything. I love you so damn much.
I love you too.
And I'm so thankful that we're doing this together.
Yeah, me too. I agree. Like, if we hadn't decided to travel and change our lives in this radical way, and I don't think we would have done the artist way if we had stayed.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, like the same opportunity coming about would not feel the same at all.
No.
But because we did it this way, we're really truly able to appreciate it.
Yeah.
In the way that it's meant to be appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm getting splashed a lot.
Okay, do you want to go? You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are so incredibly grateful. We are so incredibly blessed. And it just feels so good to like actually feel that.
Yeah.
In a really profound way.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't think either of us have ever experienced.
I've never been able to appreciate anything like this besides you when we got engaged, but even then, that was a planned action. This is a genuine, like, universal, like, I feel like I'm sounding kind of preachy, but, like, it's very, like, I cannot explain how, like, manifestation works, and if young me heard this, if I heard myself years ago, I wouldn't believe me, but, like, let me tell young me now, it works. Your mom sounds crazy, but she's right. We are very powerful manifestors, low-key witches. Get into it.
Yeah.
But on that note, thank you so much for joining us on this very windy day.
I really hope it hasn't gotten too loud towards the end.
I'm literally yelling, so hopefully it's not too bad. But, like, regardless.
Yeah, I'm trying to not, like, yell, even though it's definitely getting
I can't help
loud.
It.
Yeah,
I might be screaming this whole time. I'm so sorry. We'll work on it. But, like, but regardless, thank you for listening and watching and being part of this journey. It means a lot to us. And for those who we did officially last week, you guys have no idea what the timeline is. We're definitely weeks ahead. But, like, we've officially posted our first 2 episodes to Spotify and YouTube. And we're so proud of ourselves. And for those who are following us, thank you so much. We'd love to invite you to be a wanderer with us. And That's Casey's term. Casey termed that. Oh my god, the water's high. Oh my god, the water's high. Okay, I love you. Bye. You're great and wonderful and fantastic, and I appreciate you, and you're worth so much. And if you're watching this still, then you're like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch?
I want to show the moon.
Show the moon. Look how beautiful that is. Out of this world. Just like stunning.
Stunning. Never seen before. Icon.
So yeah. Thank you so much. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.